This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
Next on the 5 o'clock report.
A little narrow river that becomes a monster.
It's faith that will get us through.
She said, I've lost everything, but now I have these few things back. It really meant the world to her.
That moment really kind of changed the course of history. It certainly changed Donald Trump.
Now, let's go to the newsroom.
Good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Family Life News anchor Sarah Harnish. A breaking story out of the Keystone State. Pennsylvania is experiencing a statewide 911 outage. It means you'll have to use non-emergency lines to get a hold of someone, even if you have an emergency. The cause not clear, but Pennsylvania's 911 centers process 14 million emergency calls each year. That's some 38,000 calls a day. Again, the 911 hotline is down. You'll have to call a non-emergency line for your area. You can find the number on the PEMA website. Now to Texas, where President Trump is in flooded Kerrville at this hour, leading a roundtable.
We just were making a little tour of the area. It's hard to believe the devastation. Trees that are 100 years old just ripped out of the ground. A little narrow river that becomes a monster.
Trump sitting with the governor, mayor, churches, rescue teams, and flood victims.
The First Lady and I are here in Texas to express the love and support and the anguish of our entire nation in the aftermath of this really horrific and deadly flood. Nobody has any idea how and why a thing like this could happen.
Jeremy Kurth is a Kerrville resident who's coordinating relief efforts. He says FEMA is not the same FEMA that was around when Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina.
FEMA's here. They're doing an unbelievable job getting assistance to, folks that have lost their entire homes. I just went through a neighborhood. Every home was wrecked, and everyone that I talked to said, yeah, FEMA's been here. We're in good shape.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick had this to say today about how to go forward.
We'll install sirens. We'll improve our warning systems. We'll take care of all of those issues. But it's faith that will get us through this. And I'm always inspired by the strength of the people.
Even with the president in town, there is no break today. More than 2,000 people are combing the debris field, which stretches for miles along the Guadalupe River. And in some places, it's 30 feet high. Vinny Misfit spoke to Fox News. Entire houses landed on his property.
Right now, it's humanity. It's about coming together as brothers and sisters, pulling up our bootstraps, as we say in Texas, and getting to work and helping the people find their loved ones, and then trying to make this right again.
Dondi Person is a perfumer by trade, but since July 4th, she's been going through debris fields and collecting and cleaning people's personal items.
Look at that.
Wow. Daddy's little man.
We found this in Center Point.
She set up a Facebook page for flood victims to retrieve possessions. Thousands have joined.
The lady that I was able to reunite some of her items yesterday, she said, I've lost everything, but now I have these few things back. It really meant the world to her.
Person says this is a small way she can give back, one knick-knack at a time.
People are looking for some little something, and if we can take part in any of that, that's, what matters.
A federal appeals court has thrown out an agreement that would have allowed the accused 9/11 mastermind to plead guilty in order to avoid execution. It was a deal many of the 9/11 families fought against. CBS legal analyst Lori Levinson.
It was the prior Secretary of the Defense, Lloyd Austin, who sought to withdraw from the agreement. But the military commission thought that the case and the plea had already gone so far that, in fact, it should stay in place.
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is accused of developing the plot to crash hijacked airlines into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass signed an order today explaining to people in Los Angeles how to behave if confronted by ICE agents.
To protect ourselves from the federal government.
Bass angered by raids on pot farms north of the city.
They have to come in with warrants. What is okay in terms of following the law and what is not?
But video captured on the site shows protesters using tear gas and smoke bombs on the agents. Border Czar Tom Homan.
They can't impede us from doing our job. That's a felony. They certainly can't put hands on an agent.
Tim Scott is a Republican senator from South Carolina.
Two top issues in the 24 election: illegal immigration and our economy. What we're seeing playing out in California is disgusting, it is devastating, and frankly, you cannot have a country without law and order.
Sunday marks the first anniversary of the near assassination of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania. The gunman was killed. The president sat down with Laura Trump and reflected on the Secret Service protection he had that day.
I have great confidence in these people. I know the people, and they're very talented, very capable. They had a bad day, and I think they'll admit that. They had a rough day.
It was July 13, 2024, that Thomas Matthew Crooks climbed atop a building and took shots at the president. A fireman behind Donald Trump was killed. Laura Trump had thoughts on her interview with the president.
That moment really kind of changed the course of history. It certainly changed Donald Trump, and he'll be the first to tell you that. He believes his life was spared that day so that he could save this country, and he's talked about it many times.
Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance is coming to Pennsylvania next week to celebrate the passage of the big, beautiful bill. He'll make a stop in West Pittston. And there's a ribbon-cutting ceremony happening in Wyoming today to mark the first rare earth minerals mine in the United States in 70 years and the first new coal mine in 50 years.
We've discovered you have more higher concentrations of medium and heavy rare earth magnets than any place outside of Western China. So I said, is that a good thing? And the answer was it was a very good thing.
Randall Atkins is the mine founder and CEO.
This mine will basically be America's answer to China. We will be regarding this as America's mine.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright spoke with Fox News.
What does this do for the United States to have that mine open?
Oh, it's huge. China's just had massive leverage. They control the supply chain of rare earth elements. And every device with a button on it has rare earth elements in it. Your TV, your washing machine, your cell phone, jets, not just commercial planes, but fighter jets. We need to have that control ourselves.
Rare earth minerals are used to make everything from certain magnets to batteries, light bulbs, TVs, and even military radar. Still to come on the 5 o'clock report, if you need a summer getaway idea that is close and affordable, our own Mark Webster has the place for you. That's on the docket next after weather with Kevin Williams.
Here is your Family Life regional weather forecast. For tonight, a thunderstorm in a few spots early. Otherwise, partly cloudy with just a random shower in spots. Low temperature 60s and low 70s. Hot, humid tomorrow with some sunshine. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon, but a lot of rain-free time. High temps, 80s and low 90s. Sunday, mostly cloudy. More numerous showers and thunderstorms crossing there. There could be some tropical downpours as well across central New York into central and eastern Pennsylvania. High temperature Sunday in the 80s.
Thank you, Kevin. Recapping our top story, Pennsylvania is experiencing a statewide 911 outage. It means you'll have to use a non-emergency line, even if it's an emergency. You can find that number on the PEMA website. No word yet on what's going on, but the centers do handle more than 38,000 calls each day. Next at 5 today, we get to go underground. Far underground. Our own Mark Webster takes us on a coal mine tour for Staycation Destination. Let's listen in.
Most tourist attractions are found at ground level or higher, but not this one. To unearth all that this place has to offer, put on your miner's helmet and head 300 feet straight down.
I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, to bless my soul, you load 16
Welcome
tons.
to Family Life Staycations, a summertime feature where we highlight great places to visit around the Family Life listening area. I'm Mark Webster, and this week we're off to the Lackawanna Coal Mine Tour in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Our tour guide for this subterranean staycation destination is Edmund Neidlinger, the mine foreman at the Lackawanna Coal Mine Tour.
Certainly in that area of Pennsylvania, for a long time, coal was king, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, coal is actually what developed this area.
Yeah, you could say it powered it in more ways than one. Is it scary at all? I mean, some people get a little claustrophobic with that thought of going underground.
No, The most claustrophobic part is crowding in the mine car to go down inside the mine. The people are tight together inside the car. Once you get down, it's opened up. It's, walking height. The tunnels are all large that you're walking through. And if at any point anybody does get claustrophobic, the tour guide will stop the mine car, bring them back up, or if it happens during the tour, we have a little room down there that they can remain in until the tour's over and then come back up.
So give us a little flavor. We pay our admission, and how does the process work from there?
Well, when you get here, you buy your ticket. They'll tell you what time the tour is. And on a really busy day, the tours can leave 15 minutes to a half hour early even. So we recommend that once you buy your ticket, you don't leave the mine site. Like we have the Anthracite Heritage Museum is behind us, but we recommend waiting till you do your mine tour to go up there because the tour can leave early if it fills quick. And we have a short video. It's called Stories of the Mines. You can watch in our amphitheater in the ticket office while you're waiting. Or you can come up to our hoist house, which we have a little museum in there with artifacts, and view the artifacts. Then your tour will be called up over the PA system, and then you'll grab your hairnet and your hard hat and head to the loading platform. And the tour guide will explain what is going to be involved in the tour and the safety rules with keeping your hard hats on. And then he or she will load you in the mine car, and you'll be dropped 1,300 feet by cable down into the mine. It takes approximately 4 minutes from loading to get to the bottom and then unload. Once you get to the bottom, you'll be taken out of the mine car, and then it's a walking tour. It's roughly about a half-mile round trip through our exhibits underground. You'll see our nipper buoy. You'll be able to look up what we call a kneecap chute, which is a very thin vein where the miners had to crawl around on their hands and knees. And then at the end, the tour guide will turn out the lights and show you exactly how black it is in a mine. And then you'll return and come back to the mine car.
I guess that's a level of darkness most of us never really see. No matter what kind of blackout shades you have or anything, it never really gets completely dark.
Yeah. Well, on the tours, it usually doesn't because somebody always has their cell phone turned on, but it gives you an idea.
All right, if somebody wants to learn more, is there a website and some other information?
Yeah, you can go to the county website. Just if you Google Lackawanna County Coal Mine Tour and then click on the website, it takes you right to our county website, and it'll give you the price listing and a little bit of history on it.
You can dig for some more information there, as it were.
Yeah.
That's Edmund Neidlinger, Mine Forum for the Lackawanna Coal Mine Tour in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And this has been Family Life Staycations, a weekly summertime feature highlighting great places to visit around the Family Life listening area. Please join us again next time as we hit the road again for another Family Life Staycation.
You can subscribe, listen to, and share Staycation Destinations and all of Family Life's original podcasts at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or at FamilyLife.org.
Which is more important, when stocks go up or down? Hi, I'm Rob West with a Faith and Finance Minute. The answer is neither one is important for most of us. Those things only matter when you actually buy or sell stocks. It's like watching the score during a bowl game. In one sense, it doesn't matter which team is ahead at first or in the middle of the game. Only the final score counts. If your investments are taking a beating and you're worried, I get it. But look at it this way. The game isn't over. Don't panic. Markets rise and fall all the time, but God is still on the throne. He provides for those who trust in Him. Stick to your long-term plan, lean on God's wisdom, and keep your eyes steady on Him, not the scoreboard. Manage your finances wisely with the easy-to-use FaithFi app. Download FaithFi, Faith and Finance from your app store, or learn more at faithfi.com.
Coming up on the 5 o'clock report, how to become a master python hunter. You can do it this weekend. We got that story next after weather.
I'm Kevin Williams, and here is your Family Life regional weather forecast. Well, as the weekend wears on, we're still of the opinion that Saturday will be the better choice to be out and about, though a thunderstorm or two will still rumble through parts of the area. We're anticipating Sunday to be more active with showers and storms as the cold front plows into some semi-tropical air. In the meantime, for tonight, a thunderstorm in a few spots early, otherwise partly cloudy with just a random shower in spots. Low temperature 60s and low 70s. Hot, humid tomorrow with some sunshine. A couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon, but a lot of rain-free time. High temps, 80s and low 90s. Sunday, mostly cloudy. More numerous showers and thunderstorms crossing there. There could be some tropical downpours as well, especially in the afternoon across central New York into central and eastern Pennsylvania. High temperatures Sunday in the 80s.
Thank you, Kevin. Finally, at 5, are you looking for something fun to do this weekend? Well, Florida is hosting its annual Python Challenge. The 10-day competition kicked off just after midnight.
The Python problem is pretty widespread here in South Florida, and so we can't do this alone.
Python Challenge Executive Director Zach Shijanovsky.
We are on track at least to match where we were last year. So we had just over 800 participants last year and 1,000 the year before that.
The person who nabs the most pythons will take home $10,000 with a smaller prize for the longest python caught. Nearly 200 pythons were removed from the Florida Everglades during last year's challenge. And that's the world that we live in for Friday, the 11th of July. I'm Sarah Harnish, and this is the 5 o'clock report on Family Life.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.